Greetings, everyone. This is me, Zahra Bazak, again here. Quite a difficult task I've given to myself, seeing Surah Saba ayat 46, I think. And having been very confused about all this a long time ago, but didn't know, give thought or give insight or revelation is coming or what to do, when to do, what use thought, when to use insight. Excuse me, no. So Surah Saba 46 says, say, I only advise you of one thing, that you stand for Allah, seeking truth in pairs and individually, and then give thought. So it's fikr, it's from fikr meaning thought, right? Meaning the mind. There is not in your companion any madness. Jinn, right? It says, it actually means possessed by a jinn. He's only a warner to you before a severe punishment. So what I was going to do is go to the Iblis ayats and show you and all this, but this is, okay. This is the way I've taken it. So give thought whether this prophet is possessed with a jinn or not, meaning, you can even go crazy. So madness is a thing of this possession, right? It can affect you in such a way that you can become mad. So now here it says give thought. In Surah Yusuf ayat 108 says, say, this is my way. I invite to Allah with insight. So a prophet here is saying, I invite to Allah with insight. I and those who follow me. Yani, here again the mistake is that he's saying, I invite to Allah with insight myself, as if he's, discovering like me, like I'm taking you. It's really funny. And those who follow me, I and those who follow me, take the way to my way, and I invite myself to Allah with insight. Sorry, I have this cough and excuse me for this. I apologize. And exalted is Allah, and I am not of those who associate others with Allah. So this is Surah Yusuf, ayat 108. What is important here is with insight. I invite to Allah with insight, and Surah Yusuf, ayat 109. And we sent not before you as messengers except men to whom we revealed revelation. So from among the people of cities, so they have not traveled. So have they not traveled through the earth and observed, this observation? How was the end of those before them? Because they didn't believe or something like that. And the home of the hereafter is best for those who fear Allah, then will you not reason? Now here again reason. So it's a revelation revealed. How shall when shall we give thought? So the Quran I say here give thought, here give insight. Quite confusing. Surah Anam ayat 90. Okay, there's some buffering problem going on. I apologize for that. I cannot control this or fix this. Surah Anam ayat 90. Those are the ones whom Allah has guided. So from their guidance, take an example. So you have to take examples from the guidance, as we thought they were guiding us to Allah alone, one Allah, and all that I've already explained in my previous live stream about this. So do contemplate on that, because in Surah Sajda, it says, maybe those people in Surah Furqan who say he's a man like us, and no angel even has been sent with him. And all this could be coming from Surah Sajda, who feel against Surah Sajda, ayat 13, where Allah says that guidance is not given to the souls. Nafs. Right? I have not given guidance to the souls. So just a word from my previous live stream. I think these are people who think that guidance is given to every person in their soul, every human being. So those were those people. If I missed out saying this in my previous live stream regarding this, so your souls were not guided, right? And so here Allah says it very clearly in Surah Sajda 13, that if we had will, we could have given every soul its guidance. But the word from me will come into effect that I will surely fill hell with jinn and people altogether. Now, who has he given this word to and why? So we go to Surah Saba 85, that I will surely fill hell with you, meaning Iblis, told, he's telling Iblis here in Surah Saba 85 that I will surely fill hell with you and those of them that follow you altogether. So here, but the word from me will come into effect that I will surely fill hell with jinn and people altogether. Remember, Iblis was of the jinn and made of the fire. Now, when Iblis, you see, even when Allah asks him and how they reason, how he tells him. So, trying to find out like where reason is, arrogance came in, where reason has to be limited. It's extraordinary how people can use their minds. And we thought, as Shias, that some places we use our mind, most of the times we use our mind. Sometimes God gives us miracles, but that's revelation, that's miracles of God through the prophets, things like that, or through imams, karamat happens. Those are phenomena, phenomenon or phenomena plural that takes place. I keep confusing the plural form and the singular form of that word. So we get that from our imams. Okay, Surah Araf ayat 172. And remember, as your Lord took from the seeds, okay, what is important is that he has taken a witness themselves, right? Bear witness concerning themselves, or some say over themselves, some say against themselves, the translation of this ayah. Am I not your Lord? They said, yes, indeed, we bear witness, so that you should not say on the day of resurrection, surely we were heedless of this. Sorry, there's something going on in the background, sound and all this. Someone's working. I apologize if you can hear that and if it is distracting you. So again, Surah Araf ayat 172, this is important that God took from us all, from our the Adam seeds, bearing witness, testimony, and that we know He is our Lord. So it should be in our soul. So Surah Sajda, Ayah 13. Guidance did not come, but we at least should know. Maybe the Shias will say this, and intellectuals, Muslim intellectuals, it's extraordinary how the mind starts to, work this out. And I can show you the articles on this. Like, Islam tells us to use reason and intellect, and it's extraordinary what the mind can do. So if you've not read Jiddu Krishnamurti, it's really good for guidance. This is a lot of confusion, misguidance. You can read Jiddu Krishnamurti, or you can his books, or you can see a recent YouTube video I've just seen on the origin of thought. So to clarify, and purification of the soul, Surah Ala comes in. Now I'm going like this, it's quite difficult to explain, but I'm just showing you how confused I was as a Shia, and how ridiculous this is, and how confusing it is. And our people, Muslims, have tried to make sense of it. Surah Anam at 116. And if you obey most of those upon the earth, they will mislead you from the way of Allah. They follow not except assumption, zana. Now in Arabic, the word z goes to this z is like zana, right? And they are not but falsifying. So assumption means zana, or zana. Surah Anam ayat 116. So follow not except they follow not, these disbelievers who are misled by, of course, shaitan and all. If you obey most of those upon the earth, they will mislead you from the way of Allah. They follow not except assumption. And they are not but falsifying, lying. Then we see in Surah Yusuf ayat 110, thank God I went to Surah Yusuf ayat for something like the previous, right? 108, insight. So I went reading and I found this verse very interesting. Surah Yusuf ayat 110 says, they continued, what does it say? You know what it says? Messengers despaired of the people they were trying to guide or give the message to, and assumed. But the translators don't say this. Zanu. I mean, Zana can be written as Zanu too. You see, Zanu here. So even the messengers, they assumed, which the translators miss. So here's the ayat in English translation. They continued until when the messengers despaired and were certain that they had been denied by the people. Can you believe it that, okay, the messengers despaired of those people, so the previous ayat who they were trying to guide, and were certain that they had been denied. There came to them our victory, and whoever willed was saved, and our punishment cannot be repelled from the people who are criminals. Now, this Abul Ala Maududi explains, it also happened with the earlier messengers that for long they preached and people paid no heed until the messengers despaired of their people, and the people also fancied that they had been told lies by the messengers. Then suddenly our help came to the messengers, and when such an occasion comes, we rescue whom we will. As for the guilty, our chastisement cannot be averted from them. Abul Ala Mahdudi, Tafhim al-Quran. You see, Zanu. The messengers assumed. What? Okay, let's go. And then Surah Saba at 19, let's see. They prayed to their Lord, these people, in 20. I'll come to that Surah Saba. And Iblis had already confirmed through them his assumption. Zana or Zanu. What is it? Zanu. Zanahu. Now, assumption. It's assumption, right? Plural or whatever, his assumption. This is the way it is put, his assumption. They assumed. Now, even Iblis assumed about these people who prayed and were told these people were wrong in praying this way. They were ungrateful and God put a punishment on them. They were praying to God, these people. This Quran is messed up. And if you think you're going to be guided by this Quran, maybe your intellect, you know how extraordinary the intellect is. Jiddu Krishnamurti, I was just listening to the video on the origin of thought. Like, it can make great things. It can even make a confused thing look like it's so beautifully logical and it's making sense and all this, right? Although this Quran is not making sense, these ayats, until now. Do you see how confusing they are? Take revelation, take guidance, take this, think, have an insight, follow a messenger. He can show you how, follow his way, follow the messenger's way, whoever this messenger is. Surah Yusuf ayat 108. Huh? I invite to Allah with insight. And I and those who follow me. I invite myself and those who follow me, meaning, and exalted is Allah. It doesn't make sense, you see. So I was so sad, I didn't know how to. We sent before you messengers, said men to whom we revealed from among the people of the cities. Those who are among guided. Okay. So I've reached here, right? Surah, let me show you Zano. If you don't believe me, I'll go to Surah Yusuf, ayat 110. Surah Yusuf. Oh God, it's given me a blank just when I don't need it. Right? Surah Yusuf, ayat 110. Sorry, 110, not 110. What am I saying? I apologize, I've worked here in a short period. I hope I don't make many mistakes. Although I'll be making some mistakes, I hope you overlook that. They continued until when the messengers despaired and were certain that they had been denied. Zanu does not mean they have been denied until when gave up hope the messengers. They gave up hope, meaning they despaired. Against those people, the messengers, and thought, Zanu, that they certainly were denied. They assumed. So here thought is used as thought. But it's actually they assumed about them that they were certainly denied by those people. They assumed, like Shaitan assumed. Iblis assumed. Now Chicken Wing has come, Steve. He was a prophet. Again, you're stuck on this. I'm really sorry and saddened to see this. This is the way you want your people to be misguided, remain misguided. Then, it's like a doctor. My work is that by your just saying he's a prophet and you insisting, when you see, I've shown you the Surah Mujadila and all this. I don't know why you come here like this. If my patient is saying that, let me die, I want to die, I'm not going to let him die. Right? Chicken Wing Steve. I'm not misguided. The devil hypothesis has already been refuted countless of times. Which devil hypothesis has been refuted countless of times? And have you won countless of times? Have you Muslims won? Through the intellectuals even, non-Muslim intellectuals. Right? I'm not going to allow you, right? I will do my best. I look at them, my Muslims, Shias and those, and what do you say the Shias are? If the Prophet Muhammad was possessed by a jinn, why would the jinn teach us good morals? Or Jiddu Krishnamurti says when, the devil, there was a piece of truth dropped on the, earth, and he picked it up and he said, I'm going to organize it. What kind of a question is this? Okay. If the Prophet Muhammad, good morals, this is what, very good morals. Your Prophet has such good morals, exalted morals. Find your words. Excuse me? Chicken Wing Steve, I've shown you contradictions in the Quran ayats. I will not allow my people to die in ignorance. All refuted already. Oh no. Bring the biggest mufti in the world and I can refute him here. If he is going to be, if he can see, like if he's blind like you, then I cannot say. Stubborn and blind like you, Chicken Wing Steve, then I cannot say. Let's give you some attention, like the devil always wants attention. We say ignore the devil. You know, the Sunnis who used to tell us that we are kafirs and all this, we used to ignore them. We go our way, you go your way. If you cannot come in a civilized manner and cooperate and help, answer my simple question. What simple question? Don't play the devil's advocate here with me. This is a simple question. If the Prophet was possessed by a jinn, why would the jinn teach us good morals? Because what good morals did Prophet Muhammad teach you? I don't think those were good morals that the Prophet Muhammad taught you. To have slave girls. Take care of your family. Which family? No, I mean, which morals which are good? Do not lie. Now again, look at this. Accusing me of lying, do not steal. Oh, okay, yeah, if you steal, then your hands will be cut off. Right? Very good punishments. I'm being sarcastic. But what about those, some good morals even, shaitan can give. I'm telling you the morals. Oh, okay. Do not lie. Yes, there's a curse on the liars. He may have copied it from the true prophet. Okay, now when Shaitan told Adam in the garden, what was he saying? Did he swear that he was a sincere well-wisher telling him the truth? This is by definition. By definition and all this, you've come a very clever way. He was lying when he said that. But he didn't say he was lying, was he? And is he afraid of Allah? Did he have any fear of Allah? So in the end, he was still doing all wrong. But he said in the Quran, it's mentioned, he says that I fear Allah. Of course he didn't, because he didn't say the truth. But he didn't say he was lying, did he? And aren't there hypocrites? In the Quran, ayats mentioned some of the Sahabas of Prophet Muhammad were hypocrites. And obviously he fears Allah. So he fears Allah. But he still lies. But he still lied to Adam. He still misleads people. Fearing Allah isn't a good moral. Oh, you mean to say taqwa is not a good moral? The whole Islam is based on taqwa, isn't it? Or Tawheed, sorry, yeah. Tawheed and taqwa. Allah is one and taqwa also, right? Islam, you Muslims should have fear of Allah. There are many ayats. If something is infinitely more powerful than you, obviously you would be scared of it. No. Then Shaitan said, I'm scared of him. Tell me, did you choose to be scared of spiders? But I'm saying, then why did he lie? Taqwa is a good thing to have. Allah says in the Quran, have taqwa, fear me, because it's Shaitan. Obviously he will lie. But he has said, I fear Allah. No, this is not the way to go and say, because he is Shaitan. You see? He says, I fear. Shaitan said, isn't taqwa a good thing? Please go slowly, Chicken Wing Steve. The same way you didn't choose to be scared of spiders. No, he said, I have taqwa of Allah. I fear Allah. How does God bring in morals? You have to fear Allah, obey Allah and the Messenger. Otherwise, what will happen to you? Yes, just like you fear spiders, for example. You don't. "Oh, what is this spider? I choose to fear spiders," and all this nonsense you are going on. Your logic is falling apart. Your logic has fallen apart. You are coming in a stupid, silly way. I fear Allah. Like the shaitan when he says to man, disbelieve, but when he disbelieves, he says, I am surely clear of you. Surely I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds. You are acting as if shaitan feared Allah by choice. Oh, so he didn't have choice to fear Allah? No, no. And he says, no, God gave him a choice. If God hadn't given him a choice, why would he be punished? Do you choose to fear spiders? If I didn't have a choice to fear spiders, this is a very simple, I understand your very simplicity is turning on you. You see, God gave God gave Iblis free will, right? If you don't have free will and it's all determined and you don't have a choice, then how can you be punished? How can you be punished? How can God punish you? Did you choose to fear spiders, yes or no? Please. Okay, the choosing thing, I don't fear spiders, right? Or I fear spiders. What do you fear? Why should I tell you what I fear? No, I have some fear of spiders. As you know, I must have uploaded a spider video on my Facebook. So you're coming from Facebook? So I can give you a good example. So did you choose to fear spiders? Chicken Wing Steve, who is your mother? Is she decent, woman? Does she have sense? To put some sense in you? Like, if we don't have a choice, then why would God punish us? Huh? Your mother didn't teach you the ABCD of logic. If this is all determined for us and we're destined to doing bad and good, now that has been refuted. Tell me. I'm not going to tell you anything because you don't make sense. You've gone out and just now off you go. Okay, you're a lost case. So please leave. You want to remain stupid? You remain stupid. You want to die? I'm not your doctor. Okay? You want to commit suicide? You go and commit suicide. Anyways, I don't believe in Prophet Muhammad, and it's said in the Quran ayat that those who think who will not help him, get a rope and put it on your neck and commit suicide. Why should I do something as stupid as that? No, it hasn't refuted anything. You are as dumb as ever. Go and kill yourself, right? If you want to, don't mislead others. with your stupidity. Who do you think you are? Do you think Shia Islam has been refuted? Or Sunni Islam? Who wins? No way, Sheikh Zara just asked me to. Don't call me Sheikh. And Sheikh is for male. Shia is easy refuted. Abu Talib was not a Muslim. What kind of nonsense is this now? Chicken Wing Steve. You want to play around? This is very serious. I'm trying to save my Muslims who I care for. Who would care to see this? I worked hard here. The hadith says that Abu Talib died while disbelieving. Okay, believe blindly in what your hadith is saying. Who is refuting you? Would I be mad to refute you? Who doesn't even look at reason, Quran reason, contradictions? Do you think I'm mad to bang my head on the wall to refute you? Conspiracy theorists think that those narrations came from enemies of Ali. Now enough. You can show off your knowledge and all this. I don't know where you're coming from. Listen, I'm not mad. Okay? To refute a person like you. I'm going to time you out now. Okay. We've got some lost cases who don't want to see reason, don't want to cooperate. Who are as stupid as ever? Who just take the Quran ayahs on face value and think they are reasoning and they're using their logic. Now, many Shias and Sunnis think they've worked it out. I can show you now yes. Here, where is it? Articles on this. Conception of reason in the Quran, understanding the uniqueness of the Quran. What the Quran says about faith, reason. Quran nurtures intellect and shapes reason. So, we say we're not monks. We're not like those Hindus who don't use our minds for this higher spiritual truths or spirituality or things like that, gods and goddesses, and higher realms and truths. No, we live in this life, we live with open eyes, we go to sleep, we wake up, we do our prayers. Islam is very practical. At the same time, we use our intellect, we use our reason, and then, this is the way. We worked it out, reason and rationality in the Quran. And even in Shia Islam, I can show you. Right, this is really funny. Reason, faith, and authority. So this is from my Shia Islam. I feel so sorry for you people, really. What have you done? So extraordinary minds who have tried. Muhammad Ali Shumali, with due respect to him, from a Shia point of view, there are 4 sources. Okay? Sunnah, Aql, Aqli, and all this. I don't want to go through this, right? I'm sorry. You can go through this, just showing you these articles are there. And we felt that our Shia ulamas, eminent and all, have worked it out. Reason, faith, and authority. So if you want to stick to this and you want to commit suicide, in your life. Struggle with reason. You don't know where to use reason. But you're told here, because you're told here, tafakkarun, meaning fakkar, meaning it comes from the mind. So fikr, meaning thought. Use your mind, use your thought here. But here it says insight. So you will be, what will happen to you? You will be going round and round in circles and thinking, oh yes. You see? So if you want to do this, go round and round in circles, choice is yours. I've shown you as a helper, support, want to help you people, Muslims, where I would be confused and where I saw, yeah, it's actually, I wouldn't follow the Shia school of thought, I wouldn't follow the Sunni school of thought, I wouldn't follow the Wahhabi, Salafi, or any school of thought, and I leave Islam. So Jiddu Krishnamurti's books really help me. See, when you need to let go of the mind completely. Because you see, Surah Ala verse also says, now how do you purify your souls? He has certainly succeeded who purifies himself. You would say, well, we do it through prayers, fasting, this and that. Taqwa, dhikr Allah, praying to Allah. These are the methods given to us, and these are the methods we follow. We follow the world, deen wa dunya. But, deen, taking in the Islamic boundaries, using our thought, all this. You may give it to me in the most beautiful way, giving me articles and all this, explaining how Islam, the Quran, development, how it shows, to use reason, mind, and having our religion also with God, how many names He has given us, beautiful names of God. So, although God doesn't come in our minds, we bring it in zikr, like mantra, So so the mind helps us to progress in the worldly affairs, advance, taking our deen, being in our deen, in our religion, right? But I'm showing you that's not the truth. It's that extraordinary mind that made you take it this way. So it was a very big task for me to show you. And we send before you messenger except men who we have revealed. So look at the ayahs, so we have revealed from among the people of the cities. You would say I've taken some. Sorry, for some ayahs I had to take here. Not all of them were revelation. It has been revealed, believe, and all this. Just showing you this ayat. Now, this is not the only ayat where it says that we have revealed to our messengers, but just showing you something nonsensical here. From among the people of the city of cities. So have they not traveled through the earth and observed how was the end of those before them? It's like, how was the end? This is punishments. But when Jiddu Krishnamurti tells you to observe, it's without any punishment, without any judgment. So your mind, you have the security in this sense of security, or maybe he does bring you to that insecure, but he doesn't give you that. He tries to bring you in a manner way so good. Like, suppose if I put you in fear, Like some messengers went in fear or something, khawf. Or who were they, those believers? That's not right. And then God, what do you say? Chicken Wing Steve wants to show his knowledge of here. I've refuted you, but then I have been muted, censored. Yes, censor me and run away. You have been refuted and intellectually owned. I'm going to put you on timeout again. I guess we have a very arrogant person here who thinks he knows everything. You're the coward who cannot see the truth. So, like, okay, purify your souls. But what is purity? What is the purity of the soul? And what is the soul? And how can you purify the soul? So no one has sat with you, like telling you step by step, showing you, like Jiddu Krishnamurti showed us. First you need to ask, like in Surah Yusuf ayat, which one is it? Hazrat Yusuf says that the soul is prone to evil. Even his would have been, because he would have gone for the queen's sedition, had God not had mercy on him. Right? So someone who can sit with you, like I felt our imams didn't really. If one imam is so important, to guide the whole world, it's like a spiritual guide. So he should be sitting here with you, showing you what is purification, what is the soul. Now, in another ayat, you're told when they asked, who is what do you call it? What is the spirit? The spirit's knowledge you have been given but little. Right? The spirit's knowledge you have been given but little. So he has certainly succeeded, he purifies himself, and the spirit's knowledge you have been given but little. The Prophet Muhammad, in context reading it, he couldn't answer the Jews about the spirit when they asked him. No, you should be told what the spirit is. And what is yourself here? Let's say here in Surah Allah, verse 14, it's not told to you himself is but the zakya, but it means purifying you. How do you purify not only your soul, but your whole yourself, your being, everything? So it's not written in a proper way. It doesn't guide you. People are trying to worked it out, thought they've worked it out, like I said. Practical, and our religion tells us to be practical, so we use our reason and everything. But in other religions, they're told not to use their reason, not to go for faith using reason, blindly following, not to even question anything. But here also, if we question, we're given, we can't question more than, let's say if we question something against Prophet Muhammad, like I did, we don't know the wisdom of Prophet Muhammad or Allah. In Surah Saba 37. So how do you purify your whole man? How do you purify a man, a human being, not your souls? So you would say here soul is not given, because the soul cannot be purified. Soul is prone to evil. So does the soul come from shaitan? Because how can man be a sinner, right? How can human beings be sinners, born sinners or something? Not the Christian way. I'm coming in a, like, how can you be born sinners? Then you will need something like Jesus Christ to come and save you and take your sins. Because nothing is going to save you. Your original sin comes in, or things like that. So the past prophets fail, messengers fail. So if I can show you my confusion in this, that I could not find a satisfactory answer to what I was searching for, like use the mind, insight, follow someone, follow Hazrat Yusuf, his way, then there's fi sabilallah. But Hazrat Yusuf or this messenger here says, say, this is my way. Like God said, that I guide them, now you take an example from their guidance. Take guidance from their guidance. Follow their guidance, sorry. Okay, like that. Now here, the messenger says, this is my way. I invite to Allah with insight, not with aqal, or not with tafakkaran, giving thought. You see when, so this, right? You see when shaitan, very, very important point, maybe you could miss this. A Surah Sad ayat, if I have put it here. No, that ayat I haven't. So I'll have to go to Surah Sad ayat before 85. Please bear with me. You see, when I put here, oh no, when I saw this, now I've worked it out, so please bear with me. It's very difficult for me to explain, so I hope you would cooperate with me. Before I end this, you would cooperate with me, because it's very difficult, except among those chosen servants. Even before this, you see. I don't remember the ayats also. Allah asked reason. Remember when I did a live stream on thought, reason? Reason is very important. Thought, intellect, it's Al-Kafi in Shia Islam. God says, it is recorded in Al-Kafi, I asked reason to come. So you see, when we're given the reason, then we understand, right? That's what I thought some time ago in my life. Give me a reason. When someone gives you a reason, whether it's good enough or not, but you say, oh, I should understand. So God said to reason, come, it came. Go back, it went back. Come forward, it came forward. So this is what we've been taught, and this is what I thought that reason does. If you give me a reason, a reasonable man will say, yes, okay, I got, like I asked my teacher, I used to beg her to see her off at the car, and she would not say, no, you leave from here, not from my car. So one day I said, can you please give me a reason? Why not? Because it's like my wish to, spend some more time with you until you go to your car in the teacher's parking lot. So she told me, she gave me a reason, and it wasn't good enough for me. I could refute it, and I could say that, well, I will run very fast. No, I mean, yeah. But I asked her, I said, give me a reason. I didn't say a good reason. I just said, give me a reason, Mr. Sam. So that reason could not be good enough for me. But now I have to take it. because I asked for it. And a reasonable person would look at it and say, but okay, but you know, Mr. Sa, you say that I could be raped here by a bearer because it's, you know, no one is here at this time, and only bearers are here. So I can run really fast, she said. And then I thought, okay, you've given me a reason, I have to accept it now. Now, when you see, so reason, very important. Now, when Allah also asks shaitan, Allah said, "O Iblis, what prevents thee from prostrating thyself to the one whom I have created with my hands?" Allah is giving a reason to Iblis that I have created with my hands. And about the hands, they give might and power and this and that. Allah says hands here, not might, not power, not this, not that. Art thou haughty, or art thou one of the mighty, high and mighty ones? Adi. Are you proud, arrogant, or are you of the exalted ones, high ones? 76. So Iblis gives Allah a reason. Iblis said, I'm better than him. I'm better than Adam. You created me from fire and created him from clay. Iblis gives Allah a reason. Here, do you see it? Noteworthy. It's not good enough. So there are times your reason will not be good enough. You may say, because you see what Allah said? Allah said, then get out of it. For indeed you are expelled. Why? Because his reason or his mind, because why? In another place, Allah says that, are you of the arrogant? And here also he says that. So what do we assume? That he thinks he's made of the fire, he's better. He's better than Adam, clay. He's better than clay. He's better than the exalted ones, or whatever. But he gave his reason. And this reason was not good enough. Now, what if Shaitan gives us a reason to do something? We have to use the mind, right? Because Shaitan is using the mind. Shaitan gives a reason to Allah. He does not just remain silent or say something like, and even if you say that this is arrogance, well, then where did his arrogance come from? The reason he applied, right? The mind he used. So here we have to really look at this. He applied reason. He gave a reason. This is a reason. Whether reasonable enough or not, whether it's a good reason or a bad reason. So what is then pure reason? Right? This is what I was searching for. Pure intellect. Where your intellect is, then what is pure intellect? It's not affected by the world, nothing. Please someone tell me. An Imam tell me. Imam Mahdi, come tell me. All this I've been calling him very respectfully, putting my head down. Adrikni, assalamu alaikum, ya Bab. The promise of Rasulullah. The hour that will come. He's the one that will come. We say it's Imam Mahdi. You see? So just checking if my blue light is still, it's still on. This is very, very important. I've put my life everything, contemplations, years. I've never shared it, maybe, and I never had the perhaps the proper words to share. And so, please, I'm not doing this to put anyone down or to show off. I asked on Facebook, intellectuals, Muslim intellectuals, come and please join, right? But please cooperate and don't go fast on me like this chicken wing Steve and all this. Please be civilized. This is not a fight and we're not accusing people. And if you come up with morals of Prophet Muhammad, then there are very bad morals, he said. I can assure you of that. Like I did in Surah Saba 37. What morals does this person have who himself fears Allah, doesn't fear Allah, fear the people, and then you give reasons. What morals does he have when he himself can't stand a test of time in Surah Tahrim against his two wives? What morals is he going to give you? And whatever morals, if he has given you, which he has given you, you think, like don't steal with this chicken wings was saying, chicken wing Steve, these morals even heathens can come up with, but not such draconic punishments, reformations. Don't do adultery. These morals are coming from the Bible, the Old Testament. Sayings, wise sayings, Ecclesiastes, the book Ecclesiastes, if I've pronounced it properly. Morals? Morals we've had from a long time ago, right? Philosophers have written on morals, values, virtue. Patience is the best virtue or the highest virtue. So please don't jump to these kind of, people who come here. I don't know where their brains are in their knees or what they say. In Urdu we say, dimag akal kya, idhar, knees, I've forgotten the Urdu word for it. इनकी अकल क्या, तुम लोगों की अकल क्या तुम लोगों के नीज में है? देखें, there's no doubt now. We've seen that he's copied it from others. You can even see ex-Muslim Ahmad's live stream recently on, the founder of Islam. There were false prophets. According to Muslims, there were false prophets. And he allowed stealing and he allowed adultery and all this nonsense. Look at the morals. Polytheists' morals, they had humanity in them. Isn't humanity enough? Like giving water. Water is the basic source of human life need, right? Giving water to the pilgrims, they're saying it's not equal to believing in Allah. Now, how do you know they don't believe in that Allah and also give water at the same time? Giving water to pilgrims, I think you should choose humanity rather than these morals that you have to. It's really a very, what shall I say now? These people. Do you make the giving of drink to pilgrims? And what morals that he's made. First he's married Khadija, who was the princess, she was a businesswoman before the advent of Islam. He worked for her. He was employed by her. And now The morals have come up that discipline your wife if you have fear of ill conduct from your wife or disobedience. And the last condition is to beat her. I don't think even Westerners now would do that with their children, beating their children or hitting them. Do you make the giving of drink to pilgrims or the maintenance of the sacred mosque equal to those who believe in Allah in the last day and strive with might and main in the cause of Allah? What has He done? He's made you fight wars and get killed and say you are martyrs. You are always alive. Yeah, okay. That, this is the trap for the Shias, where Imam Hussein became a martyr. From the little one to 6 months old became a martyr. Life is such, if we have to face a tyrant like Yazid, we appeal to his heart, and Imam Hussein has taught us how to appeal to his heart. But I'm saying there's another way. This is, okay, the martyr thing is really good. True love, even Yogi Rajji said, is a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice and all this, right? Excuse me, I'm drinking water. So, but he's taken some of the good things and he's copied them. He's not a true prophet. I've even proven that he's a false prophet. And about exalted morals that he, the Quran ayat claims that he has. Well, God even stopped him. Look, please look at these things again. I'm forgetting some of the things about his morals, right? God has stopped him. Right hand. It is not lawful for thee to marry more women after this, nor to change them for other wives. Some say, some ex-Muslims start to realize that this is about exchanging wives with others, like others' wives. He used to do exchange. You can, nor to change them for other wives or others' wives or other wives. So I'm a little bit confused in this. Still, even though their beauty attract thee, shouldn't he be pleasing Allah? Even if you want to help the widows, now you can't. Allah should have said something like this, or except thy right hand possesses your handmaidens. You can what? Marry? No, you can have them. And look at what he's given you. Humanity is gone. Widow helping widows, helping female war captives. No, even though their beauty attract thee. 52 ayat. So if this is the prophet you have chosen and you defend, then God, I don't know what kind of morals are these? I've told you that a reasonable man in Surah Tahrim would not do what he did, going against the command of Allah, and then you're saying he has such exalted morals. Moral character. And he's given us morals. To marry, there's this doubt, I don't know, you should, I think the Quran experts and all translate what do you call them? Surah Talaq ayat. To marry And in your hadith, Aisha was 6, 7 years old, consummated. He was 50 years old, something. Aisha is 9 years old when he consummated with her. After having married Khadija, had a child with her daughter Fatima. He's doing this, marrying a 6, 7, 9-year-old, consummating marriage with her, while he's 50 something, 50 plus. And in Surah Talaq, you see which ayat is this now? I keep forgetting. And those who have not menstruated as well. People, they've given, those who have not yet menstruated, some say you can marry babies with the guardian's permission. And this you cannot take with that ayah that those with about the inheritance, Baba, in Surah Nisa or somewhere, that those who come of age, those who, this is totally, it doesn't go with this Surah Talaq ayat. Those who have not yet menstruated, you can marry, meaning it is it is open to this thing. It's not clear, open to interpretation. Some say that you can marry babies or even, like kids, small children, girls. Those who come of age. So there's a contradiction here. Here you're told those who come of age. You know how you have been deceived. Test the orphans in their abilities until they reach marriageable age. I would say there's a contradiction. Even if it says marriageable age here, right? But in Surah Talaq, until they reach nikah. And you know what nikah is? Oh my God. This is not marriage. Maybe 9 years old. Or right? This nikah doesn't mean marriage. It means having sexual intercourse. And test the orphans until when they reach. So there's a really weird. And what kind of moral you are having? Voluptuous women. Someone who tells you voluptuous women having sex with these women, you will get in heaven. Which Quran ayat is this? I keep forgetting. Which surah? 78:33. But here it refers to a woman who has full developed rounded breasts and not sagging. Are you people out of your mind? That you are going to go to heaven? Huris will not have sagging breasts, and you want to enjoy that in, like, huh? And full-breasted of equal age. Like the breasts are so important for you? Of a woman, a girl, a huri even? He's making the breasts so important. This is great moral of Allah. And young, Mohsin Khan says, in young, full-breasted, mature maidens of equal age, you will get in heaven. And a full cup This is what you will get in heaven. You know, when you love someone, you don't look at their hairstyle, hair, and their body and the outward appearance. We're told, marry for piety. But what is this teaching you? No ill speech will they hear therein or any falsehood. Right. One thing is great. No ill speech will they hear therein or falsehood. No dirty, false, evil talk. I should be there whistling, but I wouldn't. I'm too decent for that. Thank you. No, I don't want to see you people, nor myself, going for these full-breasted. What, I will be full-breasted? No, thank you very much. You know, my heaven is something desireless. I become one with God. That's enough. I don't need these hurries with full-breasted. If I was a male, God knows what is my place here. What morals? That when a husband wants to have sex with his wife or what his right hands possess, she can't say no to him. Even if she's on a camel, you have these hadiths. These are your morals. And the Shias will say, oh, that's a Umayyad hadith coming. They wanted to mar the Prophet's reputation and this and that. Look at this, Shias. Pear-shaped breasts. Who are you? Sickening, I say. When you love someone, totally on her breast. What's this? So this, many things like this I have, what have I done now? How much have I forgotten now? So, great morals God is teaching you. One time, oh, look how good. No ill speech. Yes, this is what I'm trying to show you, right? This person comes, Chicken Wing Steve. Morals pe baat karta hai. Oh my goodness, telling me on morals. Yes, you can have a look at this one. And no, this one. Look, our Prophet and his Allah. No ill speech will they hear therein, or any falsehood, any lying. But look at this. Pathetic and full-breasted of equal age. Companions. Which one will be the male and which one will be the female? Huh? Will both of them have full breast gardens? And so your companions, maybe I have to go. Indeed, they were not expecting an account. Okay. So it can, oh God, I don't know, like full-breasted companions. And what Christian prince, you'll be ding, 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 ding. And boys, young boys coming, giving you goblets of God knows wine and drink, very good drink, very good drink. Right? What pathetic thing is this? And he's shy of telling you to leave, and so Allah has told them. So I will be talking on that with this. Any intellectual, civilized Muslim who cares to. We are here not to, have a debate and win on that. When I've shown you Surah Mujadila ayat and Surah Azab ayat 6, Ummul Mu'mineen, he even said, he went away. I have to go. I have to go. Do you think you are distinct to me than my father is? I'm taking care of my father. More important to me than my father, as if I've said, no, no, you stay. What is this? Is your father still not well? Chicken Wing Steve. I've timed him out. Surah Mujadila ayat is in second one is in contradiction with Surah Saba ayat 6, which says Ummul Mumineen. I don't think you can even call someone who has not given you birth your mother. So there Allah tells them, don't call them mothers when you divorce them, but when you divorce them, no, don't call them mothers ever, because no one is your mother. No one is your mother except those who have given birth to you. So you're calling them your mother, not only on that, but you're calling them your mother because no one has given birth. No, I mean, if the one who has not given birth to you, then don't call them your mother, right? Because the calling is wrong. It's a lie. It's a munkar. It's evil. See it sincerely. See it honestly, and then come and tell me. Right? See it honestly. So I was in pain. See, my people, my Shias, where are you? Khoja Shias? My principle, I'm doing this in memory of those I love, and I wanted to bring the truth to them. I'm not doing this as an egoistic person who wants to win a debate, can't see reason. You know how scary it is. The Quran ayats you can see. So please come in a civilized manner. I don't want you to go round and round and round in circles, you see? So what I, as a Shia, again revisiting these ayats on reason, insight, revelation, guidance, soul, what is the soul? How can we rid the soul of all this? If we understand it, we haven't understood the spirit. How can we give thought? Let's see. How far can your thought go in this? Tell me, please, to find out. I think you will need a doctor to find, or a witch doctor, does he have Jinn possessed? Spiritual doctor. Say, I only advise you of one thing, that you stand for Allah. Okay, you stand for Allah, seeking truth in pairs and individually, and then give thought. There is not in your companion any madness. He is only a warner to you before a severe punishment. Give thought. Reflect. Tell me, do you know the mind? Do you know all this? What do the these psychiatrists say. You need to go to a psychiatrist, right, to know what is happening in my mental. Is this a mental illness? I'm going through a delusion, or what is this? So they've studied, and they will tell you. Although medical science hasn't reached that far as to uh, cure schizophrenia and things like that. But it treats it and tries to control it to a certain extent with chemicals, unfortunately, and they have very sometimes side effects. For some, they can take it and it's not bad. So give thought. Now, you see, is this enough? There is not. So say I only advise you of one thing, that you stand for Allah, seeking truth in pairs and individually, and then give thought. There is not in your companion any madness or jinn. He is not possessed. So I came here for an introduction. I wanted to show you, like, I might be, if I could, I thought I've given myself a very difficult task to come like this, saying that he is jinn possessed. What if thought, mind, all this we have created, the power of mind doesn't come close to God? Imam Ali has said in his Najul Balagha, all minds put together cannot comprehend what God is. Is it basiratan? Your sight will come back to you. Look again. Look at the creation of Allah. Your sight will come back at you. Tired, fatigued. Quran ayat. I haven't reached basiratan. Seeing. So I just wanted to show you how confused I was, even if I was as a Shia reading my articles, Shia books and all online, I would still be confused who to ask, what to do. So thank God I came across Jiddu Krishnamurti's books in Karachi after doing the Shia Sunni research. And now on this as an ex-Muslim, but I'm saying that even if I was a Shia, I would be confused on this. Revelation, mind, insight, guidance. They say don't look for the soul, don't look at your soul, don't look. Like if my heart is saying go to your principle, and if Imam Mahdi is saying no, if Imam Mahdi was present. Like Hazrat Musa in Surah Taha, we're told about the Samiri caste. Then you can't look if, like, let's say I go to a yogi and I would have gotten hypnotized and he would have told me you had a life before and you were, you're reincarnated and you were the principal's mother or you were Miss Disa. That's why you had let's say you were Miss Disa's brother, something like this. It's reincarnation. Then at one time I thought, okay, maybe, as I was told, I was tested and told with some gadget he had a yogi. But then you see in Surah Taha we are told that the Samiri said, I saw what you did not see, and my soul inclined to me. So he saw Gabriel's horse's footprints, the messenger coming, and he threw that to the calves. But he had to wait for Moses. Even though Moses he was delayed 10 days, 40 days. 30 days he said, he came back in 40 days. Yusuf said, he told me. So like that, we have to wait for the Imam also. So we can't look in our souls. So there will be no hypnosis for reincarnation. To solve a psychological problem, maybe the problem is from a past life. like Dr. So I'm not going to show you this verse that I was talking about. Dr. Reed's, he had to treat his many lives, many masters, or many masters, many lives. Patient due to, like, what is this? Just quickly. His young patient and the past life therapy. He had to do the past life hypnosis and therapy with her to heal her due to a psychological problem. This way, we're wasting so much, we're doing injustice to people whose psychological problem may be because they have a past life, they have some unfinished work with someone they've met or something from the past life, and they need this help. But we can't have this. It's not allowed. How many Muslim countries have that if you talk about reincarnation, they can punish you? Very, very sad, very tragic. I'm here for humanity. I'm here for the truth in the way that I don't want anything for myself, but just that I can live and in my budget. Right? And may I live a good life in the sense that I can be of good service, be of service to people in my condition as much as I can do. So there are many things left, unexplored, and we can explore them together. We can help people understanding hearts, giving understanding hearts. Right? I'm not doing this. I just want to be a part of that humanity who wants to truly, sincerely help out. I saw that therapy was not helping me about my case long time ago. I went into therapy at the age of 14 years. When I was 14 years old, because I loved to teach her. I adored her, and I was very attached to her from childhood at the age of 10. I joined that school at the age of 9. So maybe Chicken Wing Steve's life has turned out like, the stereotype, all like you go to school, you have a good life, you have good parents, they've given you money, they've given you a good education, you reached Oxford, you reached Harvard, you have a good business. You've never seen a person suffering or anything like this. And your dreams, your desires, your wishes, your prayers have come true. You've married, or you have a wife, you have children. You can marry two, your husband, and you're okay. Because, you think like I used to think it. In Karbala, Imam Hussain had so many. Or if another woman, my husband has to help out, and there's no one else, then I must sacrifice because my religion asks me, and I'll happily do it. And I should happily do it and not feel jealous or anything, not be possessive. And we must all cooperate because it's my Islamic duty. And I have to tell myself that my husband is not mine. So preparing myself, although my father didn't prepare us and he said he didn't need to, because Islam allows him. Without taking permission of the first wife and without preparing the children, although he gave me a kind of a, I told him in my childhood that, Daddy, you will not leave my mother and you will not get married again to another woman. Promise me that. Very old times before we went to London when I was a child. I think this is what I meant when I took a promise from him, and he said yes, yes. But then he broke the promise, you see. So, not preparing the children. You know, in Pakistan, my father's in Pakistan, and people, the Pakistanis don't get married to so many women, having so many wives. So I grew up like that in Pakistan. And so if you think Islam is the only best religion which gives you high moral values, think of those women whose husbands have to sleep with them when they are tired. Because now here also in Arabia, parts of Arabia, women are working, and when they come tired. But if the husband wants it, then the woman has to. So if she doesn't, then there's a curse on her. But then the man has, well, it's a very fast life now here in Arabia also. And so how many men want to just marry one now, I think, because the hard work they do and all this. Anyways, but still, this is not right in Islam, right? And you should not allow it, thinking that it's your Islamic duty, that Allah has told you. Please look and see, how can I tell you, I'm not a very eloquent person. Where is it? Many things in Islam are not right. Human rights violations, women's rights. Women are half of men in witnesses, evidence of in some circumstances, condition. Many other things like this. Even science has given us a lot and everything, but still feel that something is missing in science also. That, yeah, things are missing and we go on. We go on. So if you would ask me what I recommend, I don't have answers to all the problems in the world. Human conflict, this, that. I've been trying myself, reading Jiddu Krishnamurti. I thought this is it. Doing Muji Baba and all this. The science alone, yes, it's given us great, extraordinary things, like even Jiddu Krishnamurti says in his Origin of Thought video on YouTube. But, still there's something missing. Like I need treatment for I can't go to hospitals, so I do Qigong, a Qigong master. So if I can do that, that's great. Before you're unable to even do that exercise, please do Qigong, or like I wish I was not in such a bad state where I just want to sleep now, or, don't bother me now. I can't get up, this and that. Such a strange condition. So I'm looking for a human thing where humans can master their own lives and cooperate when they realize the oneness also. If that oneness is given through humanity or spirituality, or like atheists have come up helping out. So whichever way you have been given, like scientists, materialistically also facilitating for people, at the same time, not to be an obstacle to spirituality, if you want to call it, just for the, what do you call it, because of shortness of, you know, this thing, I can't, but I wouldn't divide materialistic, I would say material progress and spiritual progress is a whole holistic progress of humanity, human beings. And we should not divide material and spiritual, but we can say, yes, there are higher realms, maybe stages, and maybe we can divide, but it's not like a division. Like we have a, you know, what division does. Conflict, it creates a conflict. And it creates a certain kind of this thing, right? Division, like distance and conflict. Like, for example, Ghalib Kamal, an atheist, a rationalist, he says spiritualists go into superstitions and all this. It's totally nonsense. And the the spiritualists say that these are bookworms, these scientists, this dull and this, although they don't give great, you know, the value that the scientists should be given and the educationists should be given. I think he's also wrong in this, you know. Each one we should give value to, not looking down on the scientists, not looking down on atheists, not looking down on people like that who are helping, who are atheists, but they are, you know, working for humanity. But that we are all equal in this oneness of humanity or in spirituality or whatever you may call it. And to the material progress, but not get attached to the material things here. So I'm searching for a holistic answer to all our problems. Starting from this religion which I was in, which is unsatisfactory. It didn't give me those. So I remembered this, that the mind, oh yes, I was thinking as a Shia also, but I wasn't that educated or that eloquent. I'm still not able to. But however, I started haphazardly like this. So it might hurt the Muslims because I've put here and in the on Facebook I did too, that Prophet Muhammad was possessed by a jinn. So giving thought and saying that he's not giving thought and thinking he's not, how can we think that he's not possessed? Maybe rationalist would not say maybe rationalist, you know, extraordinary ways coming up, thinking ways. Maybe someone like Ghalib Kamal would not say that this prophet was possessed by a jinn, but Abdullah Gondal says like he had, this prophet, he had a medical problem, which was epilepsy of some kind. A kind of epilepsy he had, epileptic problem. Right? Right? So it was to also, in this way, he was my prophet. And I assure you I got stuck many times in reasoning, thought, contemplation, deep thinking about God, about existence, about human beings, about conflict in us. And I was lost here too in these Quran ayats. I loved the Quran, the first time I picked up the Quran, I was like, oh my God, this is the word of God. But later on I found out that this is not explained in detail like the verses. I found other verses in other surahs, that this is a perspicuous book explained in detail. It's not explained in detail. My dear ones, you don't know. You don't even know when to use the mind, when to follow the insight. I invite Allah with insight. I invite to Allah with insight. So He's got an insight. Revelation has come, but it hasn't come on you. And we have to be very careful. This Quran is not from you. So there was a time I was like, I can't be like Imam Hussain, because I realized that I have been trying so hard. But the Quran came on his Nana, his maternal grandfather. And I realized that there's a distance. And I'm so scared. Like, if you reflect, where do you get the Quran inside yourself? You don't get it inside yourself. It doesn't come in you. You can be a Hafiz a Quran, but you can be a Sunni, and then according to the Shias, you're not in the proper true school of thought of Islam. You're missing out on a lot, on the true ones, Ahl al-Bayt. Things like that, many, many problems. So this is just one of them. And then the Jinn part, I think thought now, now I've done Jiddu Krishnamurti, I feel I have the right to tell you, share this with you, whether you like it or not, but it's my duty to do so. And I feel that thought, what Jiddu Krishnamurti has said, is in time, right? And there's it just is either the past in the memory or the future. We're going to the future and we don't look at the present. So thought is just time. And thought can do many bad things also to you. Thought can give us many bad things. We've used the mind for great things, great achievements, extraordinary things, but bad things also, terrible things. And we need a supervisor. So we thought this was the supervisor, Islam, bringing deen in, religion in. But it is not, unfortunately. For me, it's very saddening, I know. Yet I come here in this pain, and realizing this, I have to share this with you. So this Chicken Wing Steve is a really cheap person. I don't know where he comes from. I'm really sorry I have to say this. Zalmi returns, dunya, very good, dunya wale, very bad, very bad. What are you saying, Zalmi returns? I'm going to put you on time. Look at the people I get here. What is dunya? Why you? Imam Ali said to this person who said dunya, very good, and then dunya, very bad, very bad. What do you mean by this? I'm getting these people who are really have no. I wish I was, I love London. Oh, but now the Muslims in London, they've spoiled England even. So they've taken over. How is dunya very good and then dunya very bad? Dunya wale very bad? Acha, dunya wale very bad and the dunya is very good. Life is very good. World, not life. Do you know what dunya is? World. So, are you going to start to show off or something like this? Please, irshad farmai. Bring your poetry here. Huh? Dunya re dunya, very good, very good. Dunya wale, very bad, very bad. ठोकर लगी तो आया अल्लाह का नाम याद. ठोकर लगी तो आया अल्लाह का नाम याद. मुश्किल में है मुश्किल कुशा अली की याद. मंजिल मेरी है अल्लाह के पास. रसूली जाने अली का प्यार. नारा हैदरी अली. This is my teenage, what do you call that? 4 lines or couplet over couplet. दुनिया भी कुछ अच्छी नहीं है. जब ठोकर लगती है ना, एक आएगा स्टॉर्म, खुदा ना खास्ता. नेचर कैन बी वेरी वेरी क्रूअल. तारीफ उस खुदा की जिसने जहां बनाया. ये कौन सा गाना गज़ल गा रहे हो तुम मेहदी हसन का? हाँ, कैसे ज़मीन बनाया, क्या आसमान बनाया. कॉपी नहीं करो. ज़ल्मी रिटर्न्स, तुम कॉपी क्यों करता है? कौन सी पाकिस्तानी गज़ल तुम गा रहा है इधर? हाँ, तुम अभी बड़ा बच्चा. यू आर अ बिग किड. तुम बड़ा बच्चा है. गंदा बच्चा है, गंदा बच्चा. अच्छा बच्चा बन जाओ. तुम्हारी माँ को इधर लाओ. अच्छा बच्चा. देखें तुम्हारी माँ तुम्हें अच्छा बच्चा बनाती है या नहीं बनाती है. अभी तक तो नहीं बनाया है. ज़ल्मी रिटर्न्स. मैंने बहुत पाकिस्तानियों को मैं पूछना चाह रही थी कि तुम लोगों की माँ बहनें हैं. ऐसे पूछते थे हम लोग. हाँ, वो एक मेरी आंटी बहुत डिसेंट थी. उसने एक को बोला था तारिक रोड पे, लोफर गिरी बंद करो करना. ज़ल्मी रिटर्न्स. ये बताओ तुम्हें इधर मिलते कितने हैं? हमारे शेख साहब तो बहुत जेनरस हैं. अगर तुम्हारी चोरी हो गई और तुम अच्छे बच्चे हो तो हम शेख साहब को, दुबई वाले को, हम दुबई वाले के शेख साहब को कह सकते हैं, रिक्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. हम तो नहीं दे सकते आपको. ऐसा, आपको कोई मदद चाहिए पाकिस्तान में, आपको रुपयों की कमी है, पैसों की कमी है. हमारे शेख साहब बहुत ह्यूमैनिटेरियन हैं. मुझे शर्म तो आती है, लेकिन انتا مظلوم. اللہ بیچارہ یہ مظلوم ہے شیخ صاحب, اپریسڈ ہے. اچھا, تو ہماری یہاں نا ادھر ہمارے جہاں میرے فادر کی کنٹری اور جہاں میرا پاسپورٹ ہے, بہت جنرس ہیں شیخ صاحب. ریال از واٹ آئی نیڈ. اچھا, پیسے کی ضرورت ہے. ہاں ہاں, سوری ٹو ہیئر دیٹ. نہیں, ہمارے یہاں تو درہم ہے, ریال تو سعودی عربیہ میں ہے. تو آپ کا ادھر کام نہیں ہے پاکستان میں جو آپ ادھر مکھی مارنے آتے ہیں؟ ہاں, نہیں واقعی میں, اگر سیریسلی میں تو آپ کی مدد نہیں کر سکتی ہوں, درہم بھی چلے گا. اچھا, تو ابھی آپ ادھر پاکستان میں مکھیاں مار رہے ہیں یا کیا ہوا ہے؟ لیکن ایک کنڈیشن پہ میں شیخ صاحب کو بولوں گی, ریکویسٹ کروں گی ادھر اوپنلی آن لائن, میں ان کے پاس جا کے تو نہیں کہوں گی, ٹھیک ہے نا, کہ اگر آپ کو ضرورت ہے واقعی میں درہم کی, لائک, تو پھر وہ آپ, اگر آپ کی ماں یا کوئی بڑا کوئی ہے اور آپ کا صحیح پرابلم ہے, وہ شیخ صاحب سے آپ بات کریں گے نا, ان کو پتہ چل جائے گا کہ آپ کتنے پانی میں ہیں, کیا سچ بول رہے ہیں کیا جھوٹ بول رہے ہیں. وہ بہت وائز, بہت ہمارا شیخ صاحب ہے. ایگزیکٹلی, کیونکہ لائٹ نہیں تو مکھیاں مار رہا ہوں. ہاں, مجھے بھی ایسا لگا کہ آپ مکھیاں ہی مار رہے ہوں گے. پھر بھی ہمارے شیخ صاحب کا دل رحم دل ہے. بس ان کو انگلش میں کہا نہیں, اردو میں بھی ہے کہ اچھے لوگوں کا فائدہ نہیں اٹھاتے, لیکن ان کے پاس ہے اور وہ آپ کے پاکستان کی مدد کر سکتے ہیں. تو پھر آپ یہاں ہمیں تنگ کرنے بھی نہیں آئیں گے. آپ کا پیٹ جب بھرا ہوگا نا, فل, ابھی آپ بھوکے ہیں, مظلوم ہیں, اپنے آپ کو مظلوم سمجھتے ہیں. کام نہیں ہے کیا؟ کام نہیں ہے تو لائٹ تو وہاں جاتی تھی جب ہم ٹھیک نہیں ہوتے تھے, لائٹ جاتی تھی, ہم نے کتنی ہم تو برداشت کرتے تھے. میری ماں نے کبھی شیخوں کو یوز کرنا, ہم لوگ کبھی بھی فائدہ, ہم تو ادھر پاکستان میں رہے ہیں جب ہماری طبیعت ٹھیک نہیں تھی, ہم کام نہیں کر سکتے تھے, ہم مظلوم تھے صحیح طرح کہ پاسپورٹ یو اے ای کا, پھر بھی ہم یو اے ای نہیں آنا چاہتے تھے, ادھر ہی مرنا چاہتے تھے. ہاں, کہ بول دے شیخ کو, ہاں جی بول دے شیخ کو. اس لیے کہ یہ نہ شرم ہے, نہ حیا ہے, نہ کچھ ہے. ایک بہن کو یہاں جو ٹھیک نہیں ہے اس کو بول رہے ہو. میں یہ دیکھنا چاہتی تھی کہ تم کتنے گئے گزرے انسان ہو, کتنے ذلیل انسان ہو تم, کتنے مکار ہو, بد ادب. بے غیرت ہو تم. کام اگر ہوتا تو ایکسٹرا فری ہو کر یوٹیوب دیکھتا. ایکسٹرا فری ہو کر یوٹیوب دیکھتا. ہاں کام نہیں ہے نہ تم لوگوں کے پاکستانی تم لوگوں کو مدد کر سکتے ہیں. تبھی تو مکھیاں ادھر مار رہے ہو بے غیرت. کام ڈھونڈو. پاکستان ہے تمہاری. ریڑھی والے بن جاؤ. سیل فروٹس آن دا دس تھنگ. کچھ کام کرو. مظلوم. میں مظلوم ہوں. انت مظلوم. برا عربک سیکھا ہے. نہ کام کے نہ کچھ. دشمن اناج کے. ابھی ایک دو عربک بھی ورڈ سیکھ گیا ہے یہ. پاکستانی. کیسا بے غیرت ہے. اچھا چلو تم پہ کوئی شاید شیخ پھر بھی ہمارا شیخ شاید جوتے دو پیسے لو. جوتے دو پیسے لو. ارے میں کیوں جوتے لوں. بے غیرت میں کیوں جوتے لوں. تم اپنی ماں کا جوتا لے کے اپنے سر پہ مار دو. اور اپنی ماں سے پیسے بھی لے لینا. سمجھے. اگر ایسے مظلوم ہوتے تو مظلوم کو آ کے ستاتے نہیں. بدتمیز بے غیرت. سمجھے. اگر تم مظلوم ہوتے یا شیخ صاحب نے بولا ہے. ایک زلمی یہاں میں نے وہ شاپ بھی کہیں دیکھا ہے. کب شرم آئے گی. کب بے غیرتی سے نکلو گے. کسی کو تنگ کرنا اچھا نہیں ہے. اس کی آہ نکلے گی نا. اس سے کہ میں کبھی بھی کرس ورس نہیں کرتی تھی. دکھی کی آہ نہیں لینا. اور دکھی کو کبھی ٹیسٹ نہیں کرو. تمہیں پتہ ہے میں کس حالت میں ہوں؟ آج میں محتاج ہوں. میری ماں نہیں آنا چاہتی تھی دبئی. ہم نے سوچا کہ دل سے نکل نہ جائے. ہاں، اور وہ تو نکلی ہے. بس میں اب دیکھ رہی ہوں کہ کس دن تمہیں وہ میری لگے گی. اگر اللہ ہے، اگر خدا ہے، اگر بھگوان ہے، دیکھیں یہاں یو اے ای میں بھی کسی شیخ ویخ کا میں وہ نہیں کرنا چاہتی ہوں. دبئی سے آج پہنچے گی. ارے تو کہتے ہیں دکھی کی تو ساتویں آسمان کو پار سب اوپر جاتی ہے. سنا نہیں ہے یہ پاکستان میں رہ کے؟ تو ہم نا شیخوں کو ویخوں کو یوز نہیں کرتے. میرا پردادا یہاں تھا نا شارجہ میں، وہ کبھی بھی شیخوں کا فیور نہیں لیتا تھا. شیخوں سے کبھی بھی نہیں لیا اس نے. سمپل لیونگ تھی ان کی. 2 پیران تھے. اور ہم لوگ نا وہ شیخوں ویخوں کو فرینڈز وینڈز نہیں بناتے ہیں. ایک دفعہ اگر کسی شیخہ اور شیخ نے مجھے دوست کہہ دیا، او ہو، میں تو ڈر کے بس کہ میں دوست کہنا یعنی پھر تو فائدہ نہیں اٹھانا ہے. بڑی رسپانسبلٹیز ہیں. میں اٹھی ہوں اچھا کام کرنے کے لیے. دوست کا ناجائز فائدہ نہیں اٹھانا. دبئی سے ہمیں پیسہ نہیں ملے گی. ملے گی. سوچے ایک پاکستانی سے تمہیں جب ملے گی تو کیا ہوگا؟ ابھی تک تو نہیں ملی ہے تمہیں. وہ پاکستانی کراچی میں جو پریگننٹ ویمن بیک کرتے ہیں، ان کی تمہیں نہیں لگی ہے ابھی تک. ہاں، تمہیں پاکستانی وہ بچوں کی نہیں لگی ہے جس کا تمہیں تو کچھ پرواہ ہی نہیں ہے. جو باہر بھیک مانگتے ہیں. تمہیں کیا پرواہ ہوگی؟ تم ایک بے حس بدتمیز بے غیرت پاکستانی ہو. کیا میں نے تو پریگننٹ نہیں کیا؟ تمہارے باپ نے کیا ہوگا اور تم نے بھی کیا ہوگا. اس لیے کہ تم لوگ تو چوری پہن کے بیٹھ گئے ہو، اپنے آپ کو مظلوم سمجھ رہے ہو. लड़कियों की तरह चूड़ी पहन के घर पे बैठ गए हो, मक्खियाँ मार रहे हो. और तुम लोग तो उठते नहीं हो किसी के लिए, बेगैरत. इतने बेगैरत हो चुके हो तुम लोग. मैंने कहा था सेक्स करना को क्या? नहीं नहीं, सेक्स की बात नहीं है. सेक्स भी करते हैं और भीख भी मांगते हैं पाकिस्तान में. बस तुम्हारी माँ बच गई और मेरी माँ, वरना हम भी भीख मांगते ऐसे ही सड़कों पे, कराची के सड़कों पे ना. पागल तो हो गए. तो मैं इधर आई, मैंने सोचा कि शेख साहब अब क्या करें, मजबूर हो गए. हालत ही ऐसी ख़राब हो गई थी. मेरा नाजायज़ फ़ायदा इधर नहीं उठाओ. ज़ल्मी रिटर्न्स. मैं देख रही हूँ कब से तुम अपना गंदा मुंह, बदतमीज़. किसने ये तुम्हें करवाया है? समझते हो कि मैं एंटी इस्लाम इधर कर रही हूँ? मैं इधर पुलिस को फ़ोन नहीं कर सकती हूँ. नहीं कर सकती हूँ मैं ना. दुबई में मैं पुलिस को फ़ोन नहीं कर सकती हूँ तुम्हारे अगेंस्ट. Who has brought these people up to do this? Look at them. नहीं, आपने नहीं कहा था सेक्स करने के लिए, लेकिन you didn't understand me. आपकी बेगैरती की देखें. मर्द हो के अपने आप को कहते हैं कि मैं मजलूम हूँ. आपकी बदनसीबी देखें. शुरता तो फ़ोन करो, पुलिस को नहीं. शुरता पुलिस ही होती है यहाँ. तुम दुबई में हो, जानते हो ना. शुरता कहते हैं पुलिस को अरब्स, दुबई वाले, यूएई वाले, अरब्स. तुम्हें भी किसी शुरता ने यहाँ भेजा है क्या? यूएई वाले ने. Has a UAE person sent you here? Has शेख sent you? अभी आया था एक शेख ट्विटर पे, क्राउन प्रिंस. फिर मुझे कहा कि टेलीग्राम खोलो. तो फिर एक आया, मुझे बहुत तंग किया. तो फिर मैं गई ट्विटर पे अगेन. मैंने कंप्लेन की. मैंने कहा कि शेख साहब, मैंने क्राउन प्रिंस का किसी ने ट्विटर पे अकाउंट बनाया है. तो मैंने कहा क्राउन प्रिंस फ़ज़ा है, योर हाइनेस, बता दिखाओ. शेख हमदान, हिज हाइनेस शेख हमदान बिन, बस इस पे आता है ना. तो मुझे कहा टेलीग्राम खोलो. Yes, but we will deal with it. Thank you so much, Your Highness. I'm glad you have noted the problem. Much appreciated. तो क्या हुआ कि शेख हमदान करके कोई आया है ट्विटर पे। यस, दिखा दो। हाँ, मैं दिखाऊंगी इस फ़ोन से। If you want a friendship, then get one so we could continue. Yes, I understand, but this are only two places I come. तो एक तो गूगल चैट है, एक कहा कि टेलीग्राम है। अब टेलीग्राम में फ़ोन का नंबर प्राइवेट है, तो कोई पंकज सिंह आ गया और मुझे कहने लगा वो पाकिस्तानी है, मजाक उड़ाने लगा। मैंने कहा शेख, आई डिड नॉट फाइंड यू योर हाइनेस। Yes, but Pankaj Singh is there. I heard it was very strict at the time of Sheikh Maktoum. If anyone harassed a lady, we could complain to the police and his picture would be given in the newspaper. I hate men who harass women. This should not be allowed in the UAE. Women should feel safe, Your Highness. This is not acceptable at all. You would not like your Emiratis to seek refuge in the Western countries against Pakistani and Indian Eastern men and Arab men who harass them. Also, the attitude of taxi men is at times pathetic. Women should feel safe living in the UAE even when alone. We should have a global humanitarian family. Please make sure that our Emirates is safe and clean from dirty people. Much appreciated. I've made myself an activist and would like to see these men behave themselves. Even if a woman is an ex-Muslim or a non-Muslim, she should be respected and her freedom protected. I've lived in London and no Western or European man dare misbehave with me. I don't know why the cheapness is in the Eastern and Arab men. फिर शेख हमदान का ये रिप्लाई आया, yes, in my own word, women are been respected. We should love ourselves and treat everyone with love and respect. ये आंसर आया His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Muhammad का. Then I stopped messaging him and I said, yes, thanks. Yes, thanks, Your Highness. That's a great thing, but some don't here in the UAE also. What do I mean by this? They are caught treating women as slaves, they bear the consequences. Sheikh Hamdan, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan that's what I think is on Twitter, मुझे कहा है कि अगर कोई भी मिसट्रीट करेगा women को as slaves, जैसे इस्लाम में होता है, they bear the consequences. Yes, we have a great problem because of our religion. It's terribly sad. Because अभी Western world में कोई slave नहीं है. So I assume that Sheikh Hamdan is talking about the Islamic slave trade. Yes, but we will deal with it. अगर ये His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid का Sheikh Hamdan bin Muhammad Al Maktoum का true है account on Twitter और ये मुझे private messages भेजे हैं. So I hope that this guy, Zalmi Returns, will be also dealt with. Thank you so much, Your Highness. I'm glad you have noted the problem. Much appreciated. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Muhammad Al Maktoum ka answer hai, you're welcome. Tell me more about yourself. I'm not very comfortable since I'm not very sure if you are His Highness Sheikh Hamdan. I hope you understand. I don't trust social media. You know, you can know about me at what I share with the world on my YouTube channel. I've spoken with Sheikh Hamdan on Facebook, although I don't know if it was his Facebook profile. I was asked to send money and help children. I'm not well, but I work on human development and helping Muslims leave Islam on YouTube to discover our true nature by ourselves and keep our minds open. I have a Facebook page also for free thinkers and writers. Thanks much to UAE for the financial help. I'm able to help others for free. I like to help people and Muslims to discover for themselves who they are rather than depend on a prophet or someone else to tell them, and to work to free themselves from this world's temporary pleasures and sufferance. Sheikh Hamdan, if it is him, well, he's fake. How do you know he's fake? Okay, how do you know he's fake? Okay, he says, and also be able to enjoy the beauty of this world, make progress, and yet not be attached. It's also self-help. So we come together in humanity, and I ask them to cooperate, helping each other as brothers and sisters. जो आप लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं, ज़ल्मी रिटर्न्स. अभी मैं बहुत बेजार हो गई हूँ. I'm fed up of this kind of harassment. Thank you so much, Your Highness. God bless you and your family, your people and our country, the UAE, much always, with lots of love. He is Ace Ventura. Acha. So he's Ace Ventura. He's taken Sheikh Hamdan's picture. How do you know? How do you know this? Salmi returns. How do you know he's Ace Ventura? इन्होंने मेरा नंबर ले लिया है दुबई का, मोबाइल नंबर, टेलीग्राम खोल के. अच्छा, फिर शेखा. Yes, he copied his picture. How do you know? फिर शेखा की भी पिक्चर कॉपी की है. ट्विटर पे आ गए हैं ये पाकिस्तानी, using Sheikh and Sheikha's pictures. Let me check. No, there's one. This one is true. ये तो there's a Sheikha Latifa who has also she's got a UAE flag, and no, this one cannot be false, fake. He had several IDs. Ace Ventura. Who is Ace Ventura? Yeah, yes, he comes here, but who is he? Pakistani? How can a Pakistani take? And also, of a sheikhas. Who is Ace Ventura? How can a Pakistani sheikhas take sheikhas also and post from Al Jalila Foundation.ae? Great things don't happen easily. ये तो शेख लतीफ़ा का MRM. He's from UK. And what's his name? What's his real name? What's his real name? How do you know them? Wasim. And how do you know all this? How do you know all this? You mean to say that it's Sheikh Latif? I can't believe this. How do you know? Because he's my old friend. And where are you from? Oh, and he's told you that he's made a Twitter account. And also he's made a Sheikh Latif account, MRM, on, huh? Has he made a Sheikh Latif account, MRM? On Twitter? Has he made a Sheikh Latif account on Twitter? He has many women's IDs. I see. So also, like this is a fake account? Oh, I thought it was Her Highness Sheikh Latifa who has sent me a message, private message. So I thought that Pakistani? Is he a Pakistani? Wasim. What's happening in the UAE? There's a lot of corruption. Pakistanis are doing, Indians are doing. How could he take Her Highness Sheikh Latifa's account and post like this? So who is backing you, people? Like, you're not scared of the sheikhs or anything? He's not scared of the sheikhs? That they will get him, Twitter will get his account closed? Like, send me your picture, they ask for, and all this. So you must be very, like, you know these people? Well, I'm not sure about this particular Latifa ID. She may be real. Particular, no, she is Sheikha Latifa. You're not sure about her. But you're sure about Hamdan bin, and he's got Sheikh Hamdan's picture, bin Muhammad Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai. How can you be sure about that? So you people go on at making false IDs. You know these friends. You have some high people on the, such level, high level, that you can make sheikhs pictures and Twitter account on sheikh's name, and then harass people like that. No, I think, oh my God, I think I wasn't going to come out with this, that Sheikh Al Latifa, I think our sheikhs are very humble, and I think this sheikha, her, cannot be fake. Yes, I don't think this sheikha, now it's come out. I didn't want this to come out at least. I don't think, so I got confused. That's why I brought her name out. Ace Ventura is a womanizer. I see. Okay. Uh, Wasim is Pakistani. Is he in Dubai? Achu is also womanizer. Ah, who is he? What's his name? Is he in Dubai? Well, Sheikh Al Latifa asked me, do you talk with my brother? His Highness, I told her, His Highness came the time you came on Twitter. His Highness told me I can't be his friend if I don't use Telegram and Google Chat. Then what did you do? Your Highness, I had just said I'm sorry. I did create a Telegram account, but I didn't find him, and another man started harassing me. A Pakistani with a Sikh name in Dubai. So I complained to your brother. Since then, Her Highness Sheikha Latifa has not answered me personally on her Twitter account. But I'm very grateful to her if it is her. She said, I wonder. Lots of love, Your Highness, to you and your family members, the royals of Dubai. Her Highness's reply is, you have to know we are all special. Never think of my position or title. We are human beings and friendly to speak with anyone. So these people, they make fake on Twitter and they don't get caught? Same guy, Wasim. Acha, so he uses different names and comes here. How do you know all this? Wasim is your friend and he's a womanizer. Where is he right now? Oh. We need to get this guy. He's been fooling me. Is he also Chicken Wing Steve? So I'm a human activist here for women too, where the police, Dubai police can't get. Sometimes where I can get on social media, I have to report these people and their fake accounts on Twitter. I don't think any man should be harassing anyone on social media, on Telegram, and I was going to give his number out. His name is on Telegram. Where's the Telegram? Oh, it's here. So, anyways, I need to take a break. Zalmi returns. So, what do they want? And if they are human traffickers, women traffickers, please let me know so that we can report them. Please report them. What's his last name, this guy? Does he follow me on Facebook? He was as if he's talking about my principal's son and things like that. Is he into music, really? Or just womanizing? Is he into also, like, is he a pimp? Sex trafficker? Pakistani sex trafficker? From England? Oh, you said this Wasim guy is in UK. I'm after these people. Like what they've done to the UK girls. So if we can report these people to the police. So they're using the information I give out on Facebook and knowing my principal's son and all this. They come here, they've gathered all that information and they use that. Okay. A lot of things like Mickey Malik and all. So a woman, I'm not going to let this discourage me. I am scared here because in Dubai there are many call girls and all these cards. Right? And they might harass me and all this. They've come on Telegram as Pankaj Singh. I might need to give his number out, mobile number. You see, I feel the way we used to feel sorry for them in Karachi, Just let them go, because if the police catch them, then it could be, they could go to jail, they could be fined. I don't want to ruin these people, as they have ruined some women, being womenizers, their lives, played and toyed around with them. You see, I don't have the heart to, you know, but I think I should. It's been too much now, and I have to report them. Same guy, Wasim. I don't know how far you're telling me the truth or you're also lying. I cannot trust you. Zalmi returns. Because you've also been quite a nuisance here. Okay, I need to go appeal to the good people. This will not stop. And too bad, Pakistani Muslims. I don't have your dirty mentality. Don't come here using women's channels with your dirt. Now someone needs to stop these people, Pakistani